Welcome to Testing the Space, the podcast where you can learn how to make your dreams come true. This is episode 11, where we're going to talk about the Solana blockchain and drop some alpha news around different NFT projects that you might want to take a look into. We're going to talk some different apps and what we're most interested in about the Solana blockchain. So without further ado, this is my man Jake with your lightning crypto news.
Bada bing, bada boom, lightning crypto news, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me on this rendition on episode 11 of the Lightning Crypto News. It looks like we got a little short one for you. A little bit of a bear market going on right now in terms of, what that looks like. Jen, if you can, please update me on the prices for Ethereum, Solana, and AVAX or AVAX as we get through.
Trading at $69.70.
$69.70 for AVAX.
We have Bitcoin trading at $39,430.
$39,430 for Bitcoin.
Solana at $99.55.
Solana at $99.55.
Doge at $14.07.
And Doge at $14.07. All right. So those are a little bit of an update on the crypto market in that sense. Luckily, we were able to hold the level of 38,500 as of right now, which is what I posted on Twitter myself, saying that if we don't hold that, the fall's the limit. As of right now, we have held that. We've bounced back, and we're teetering on that 40K mark once again. So luckily, that went down. Very, very good for the market as a whole that we were able to hold that. In terms of the news here, to kick it off, kind of the craziest thing that probably happened is that Elon Musk bought out Twitter for $44 billion. So now he's got access to that, which is pretty wild. Who knows what the hell that's going to be? Some alpha for you guys there, though. Jake over here thinks that eventually Doge is going to be the native coin to pay for shit on Twitter. So buy some Doge, maybe, if you think that that's not financial advice at all. When it comes to institutions as a whole, 80% of them are now bullish on the future of crypto when it comes to financial institutions, which is a complete flip from even half a year ago. Less than 40% were bullish on the future of crypto. Fidelity is going to allow Bitcoin in 401ks, which is crazy, as well as Skybridge for retirement holdings. Fort Worth, which is a city in the United States, becomes the first city to mine Bitcoin as a whole and a means to generate revenue. Banks are more confident overall when it comes to investing in different cryptocurrencies. Mainly, obviously, a lot of them are just adopting the classic Bitcoin Ethereum strategy, but over time, I truly do believe that it's going to be a little more niche and you're going to be able to invest in different things when it comes to banks. Binance opened a wallet specifically for Ukrainians as the war is still ongoing. That's very pushed under the rug. I literally don't even see anything about it anymore, but it's definitely still happening, which is insane. The New York Senate is voting to ban or not to ban Bitcoin. That's the question. Who knows what they're going to do? I think being a overall blue state politically, not to be political, I highly doubt it's going to go through. If it does, that'd be very surprising to me. Central Africa adopts Bitcoin as legal tender. The Brazil Senate approves Bitcoin and crypto regulation. The world's first Bitcoin and gold hybrid ETP, or exchange-traded product, opens in Switzerland. Riot Blockchain, which is one of the older OG staples for those in the blockchain industry, get a 1-year deal for gigawatt development in Texas, which means that they're going to add to the product that they have for immersion cooling. Goldman Sachs, or Goldman Ball Sachs, is exploring tokenizations of real assets. Total flip on them, like Jesus. A year ago, they said Bitcoin was a failure, and now they're thinking about tokenizing real world assets. And EVMOS, which is, what is EVMOS again? I know what it is, but
EVM compatibility.
Yeah, EVM compatibility for the Atom or Cosmos ecosystem finally went live. They were delayed, if I remember correctly, for a short while. Yeah, for at least 2 weeks, and now they're live. Jake and I do like the Atom ecosystem. It has lots of utility in terms of, the coins and so on and so forth. And I think that ecosystem is interesting in the way because there's a variety of things you can invest in, and all of them have pretty good utility. Not financial advice. As a whole, though, that is Lightning Crypto news in a nutshell. Like I said, it was a little bit of a shorter rendition today. We're going to kind of discuss coming up here Solana. Solana is a decentralized blockchain which is built to enable scalable, user-friendly apps for the world. That is the slogan directly taken off of their website. Solana chain kind of uses a consensus mechanism, which is called proof of history, that uses time in a validation model. Do you want to explain that a little bit?
Yeah, so every time a block submitted through a validator, they have it time-stamped before the next block is submitted. It's one of the only consensus models that uses time stamping for validation rather than... I don't know offhand what the other ones use, but it's the only one that uses proof of history.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else uses proof of history.
No.
It's pretty much just Solana. There could be another one out there, but none that we've looked at. Regardless, though, we're going to talk about Solana here in a second as a whole for their ecosystem. But first off, let's talk about the couple things that we've been investing in the Solana ecosystem when it comes to NFTs.
So I recently got into NFTs. Jake has been in them for longer than I have.
It's been probably about 4 months.
So he's been loading me up on the info. One of the first things I minted off the launchpad on Magic Eden was a Jinko, which I think is pretty cool because they have UST integrations for their Jverse, which you can use UST in their marketplace, the metaverse, and they're also having JPay terminals that they're setting up in like Bangkok right now, and different places where people can transact with UST, and they're gonna have more of that. So they're trying to add an integration with Luna, and
stop shilling me on this, dude. Now I need to buy one. Damn.
So it's pretty cool. That's the first thing I minted.
We can kind of both talk about Saigo monkeys.
Yeah, Saigo monkeys is something Jake introduced me to, and I love the artwork. First off, the monkeys are badass.
Really cool pixel art. They're kind of badass.
It's a 12/12 collection. Yeah, the second phase that they're coming out with tonight, or they're talking about.
Yeah, it's gonna be soon. I don't know if it's tonight, but it's soon.
Yeah, they don't want to overpromise, which is fine. Like, the only people that get upset when you overpromise and don't come out exactly is just the people who are trying to flip quick.
Yeah.
And are not people who are just looking to invest in it.
Because even the marketplace only has like 200 and some listed on
Yeah.
it, so most of it's being held.
The floor is thin, so if you're looking at a Saigo monkey, there's not a ton at floor value at the moment.
Yeah, there really isn't, and I'm not gonna lie, we bought a lot of them.
Yeah, I bought 3 of them.
And I bought 5.
Yeah.
And the floor price went up like 0.5 after we made those purchases, along with some other close acquaintances.
Yeah, there's a few other people we know who are interested in Saigo monkeys as well, so it's definitely something you should check out. After their phase 2 of staking, they have phase 3, which is raffles, they say, which is for blue chip and whitelist auctions.
Which is just prime time. Anything that has blue chip whitelist auctions is just...
What more could you want?
Yeah, you can't really ask for more than that. Staking and whitelist and blue chip auctions, like... And I'm assuming you're going to be able to bid on those with the tokens that you earn from staking. So the more you have, the more opportunities you're going to have to purchase the whitelist and blue chips.
That's a good point. I didn't really think about that.
Yeah.
That is a good point.
Yep.
The last phase is they are going to develop so you can change features on your Saigo monkey. They can have animated backgrounds and different traits.
Which is fucking awesome.
Which just adds to the art style and all the different dynamics that can be done with it.
So, Saigo monkeys, that's probably the number 1 pick this week, I would say, to take a peek at on Magic Eden as a whole. The other one that I want to talk about that I have 3 NFTs for, because you have to have 3 to get the full utilization of the NFT as a whole, because it's a utility NFT, is called Bothead. So Bothead is actually off of Pothead.
Pothead,
yep.
Pothead.
Pothead was the first collection that was minted, and they're just plant pots, like stoner plant pots. with a variety of different backgrounds and things.
That sounds like it would appeal well
Yeah.
to a stoner.
Yeah, so Bothead was something that they came up with and decided to go through as a project that essentially gives you a couple different utilities when it comes to Discord bots. It allows you for some alpha on like whitelists and other projects that are going to be minting in the future. There's instant Discord verification, like I mentioned. There's sales and listing bot reminders. You can browse available whitelist notifications so you don't miss anything. And it pulls the live sales from secondary markets and it displays them in the Discord for you. So if you want to watch a project, you can display that in the Discord, which is kind of awesome.
So, not to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
If I'm getting this right, it's called Bothead.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you get like the king bot services through Discord.
Yeah.
From holding it.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, I bought 3 of them in the last couple days off of the secondary market because little alpha for everybody listening. Jen and I are going to be a part of a project in the future here, and I'm hoping to utilize something like that on that Discord because I think alpha calls are kind of everything in NFTs when it comes down to it.
Yeah, one thing that it's become so prevalent is I know people use some Twitter just to like the exchanging of information, like what Discord does for NFTs is I have not seen that like in regular crypto. You can get so much good news and insight just through different bot features and programs and different things. I mean, there's so much knowledge that you can gain an upper edge if you know how to use it.
And that's what I'm hoping to use the bot heads for the people that join the Discord. So, everybody that joins the Discord is going to get access to that in some form or fashion. Maybe they have to, if it's an NFT project we're going to do, maybe they have to stake in order to a certain amount in order to use it or hold a certain amount of our NFTs to kind of utilize it. But we'll see kind of how it plays out. At the end of the day, that kind of shit's a group decision, right? So,
yeah.
Moving past our alpha calls here for the Solana NFT.
So just to recap,
Saigo
go monkeys and bot heads.
Yeah.
Those are the main 2 things that we're looking at right now.
Yeah.
So.
Who knows what it'll be next week?
Yeah.
But
SoulSpot.
Oh, duh, SoulSpot, dude. Oh my god, I love SoulSpot. So SoulSpot, I'll just be real quick. SoulSpot is what I call the flagship for social media NFTs. I've never seen a social media NFT with the type of utilization that it has. They're partnered with DGods, which is, probably the best partnership you can have on Solana. And when it comes to like functionality, it lets you display your NFT collection, whatever links you want. It lets you, display your profile picture.
It's basic, like how I take it is it's a blockchain profile. Like you can showcase just all your work and everything through a really cool and integrative way, which has not been done on Ethereum yet or other chains, which they are working to be cross-chain. So that's a huge feature too that you're going to be able to implement on not only Solana, but other blockchains too.
That's probably my favorite mint that I've seen in like the past, month, I would say, because the utilization of it, because from my understanding, so there's only 5,000 as a whole in the collection. And from my understanding, that is the only way that you can utilize it and like use it.
And get one.
Yeah.
And be able to have one.
Yeah.
It's just through
so it's an exclusive
buying
community.
It off the secondary or minting it.
So it's very like niche.
So if you can get a SoulSpot, not financial advice, nothing in this podcast is. I would highly recommend it. We both are super bullish on it.
We both have whitelists too.
People meme utility sometimes for NFTs with like maybe not memes the right word, but like they definitely say, well, it's not all utility or whatever.
Yeah.
But SoulSpot has by one of the far that I've seen utility built into an actual owning thing as a mint for an NFT.
First big social media NFT, and it's partnered with probably the largest NFT project on Solana.
It's a fucking no-brainer.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Like, it's amazing, honestly.
So, SoulSpot. Moving to kind of the ecosystem now as a whole, I think after talking about SolSpot, because there might be a little dealy with it when it comes to Solana domains, you can look that up somewhere if you'd like on their white paper if you're actually interested. But Bonfida, which is a organization that currently runs the .sol domain service, just like .ens for Ethereum, but it's .sol. I've been lucky enough to consult with them a few times and help them work on some changes to, their website and their displays, which is kind of fucking cool. And I'm hoping to, be able to take my verified seller position and turn that into, an actual profit at some point. So I enjoy helping them because it helps me. Do you want to talk about the utilities at all?
So, I mean, I feel like a lot of the utilities being built out.
It
still.
Is, yeah.
Like, you're going to be able to have a .sol. One utility I know is like, it makes it, having a wallet address, it's like a 15 character address. If you have like a .sol.eth username, people can just search your name .sol, send you tokens.
And just send it.
So like in the future, like Venmo, everybody's used Venmo, Cash App.
Yeah.
Nobody types in a 21 freaking character long. Like if you have Jake.sol, I can send you
it's done.
Solana 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking around. So it takes a lot of the overhead hassle of buying and selling, sending, transferring, all of that.
Yeah.
It makes it easier.
P2P payments.
Yeah, and people recognize, like, it's just a way to make it recognizable on a chain.
It's very affordable too right now. I think that it's very under the radar when it comes to like the utilization of it at the exact moment, because you're right, they are still building out. It's not like in the spotlight.
I mean, I envision, do you think at some point it'll be like an actual domain?
I mean, it could be, yeah. So like right now it stores IPFS addresses, it can store images and texts and whatever else you're looking to put.
At some point you'll be able to build out that domain.
Yeah, and there's subdomains too. Like you can build out subdomains on top of your domain. So, like, the utilization of it in the future is definitely going to be something that people are going to want to use. And, like, the buy-in right now is honestly cheap. Because when you look at ENS domains, like, I can't even afford one of those at all.
When airdrop?
When airdrop, yeah, that's
God
very
damn
true.
It.
I own 32 Solana
ENS
domains.
Dropped, and that's how they got all their hype.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Not that you should just incentivize token drops, but, like...
Yeah, you would think they would have done something.
If they came out with that, I bet you that shit would just pop hard.
Yeah, I almost guarantee that as well. I mean, maybe they're waiting till all of their stuff's squared away, so it looks good, and who knows?
You were super early.
Yeah.
No, thanks to me.
Yeah, thanks to you.
Kidding.
No, you're right.
No,
I just jumped in, dude. Fucking
but
bought
yeah, you
32
were
of them.
I mean, if you think about it though, it's the future of Web3 is domains. And like an integral part of that is NFTs and domains, and both of those work together.
Yeah.
So if you're bullish on NFTs, you have to be bullish on domains, in my opinion.
And one cool feature that I always like too, that I think is really stupid for ENS domains, is that technically you don't own them when you purchase them. When you purchase them, it's a rental, and you have you have to renew it every year.
That's shitty.
When you purchase a Sol domain, you own it for life.
For life.
Mm-hmm.
You own it for life. You
yep.
never. So
never
those
have to fuck
OG
around.
names are limited as hell, or will be at some point.
Yeah, they will be at some point.
You can still get them right
Yeah,
now.
there's some OG names out there still. That's what I'm saying. It's so under the radar, but at some point you're gonna get to the point where people are gonna have to be putting fucking numbers in their names, just like RuneScape. And then at that point, then like the adoption is kind of getting up there. But right now, yeah, there's still OG names out there, 100%. It's very early for Sol domains still, and I was fucking jumping in on those, like October, December?
At least 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah, so
Bonfida.
Yeah, that's, I mean, Bonfida is built on top of Serum and Solana. That's what it is.
Serum.
Oh, is it Serum? I say shit wrong all the time.
Everybody, it's your...
Yeah.
You can say however shit you want. I mean,
well, we can talk about, what is it, Serum?
I say serum.
Serum?
Well, like a serum is a vial.
Oh, yeah.
A vial. It's
Okay. So, we can talk about Serum. I mean, that's what Bonfida's specifically built on, and Serum actually has a lot of stuff is actually built on Serum as a whole.
There's
in the
a
Solana ecosystem
and Ethereum.
Yeah, that's very true. But anyway, Serum kind of made itself a staple by being very high speed in terms of like what they do as a whole, because obviously on the Solana blockchain they say Solana is faster than Ethereum. That's like a whole big pitch, or was for a long time. I know like the TPS, especially on NFTs, have been really shitty lately. Last like 3 weeks, dude, they're fucked. Like it takes forever to mint, stuff doesn't mint, like it's tough.
Proof of history is supposed to help with those bottlenecks, but that's why everybody's touting for the highest transactions per second.
Yeah.
The next person to say is ZK layered, ZK snarks are supposed to have a throughput that's higher, or...
Yeah, well, who knows? If Solana gets to the point where it's so backed up, who's to say that they couldn't just fucking open up... There could even be an app that we missed to talk about that we could open up as a layer 2 for them. Like, they could just fucking have an app on their ecosystem that's a layer 2. Like, who's to say that they're not just gonna say, yep, we're just gonna do a layer 2? Well,
I mean,
okay.
Inevitably, if crypto becomes mass adoption, there has to be some sort of scaling solver. That's why I'm so bullish on AVAX.
Everybody's just gonna go through Dot. Yep, or Cosmos. They're just gonna cross-chain everything, and everything's gonna be fine then.
IBCs and blockchain. Yeah, I love Cosmos.
Oh, I hope I didn't
love
shit myself.
Avalanche. I love Solana. I mean,
there's a lot of good stuff out there right now, and anytime Bitcoin is under 40K, it's a good buy, in my opinion.
If you're looking long term, hell yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Because there's shit out there right now that says Bitcoin is going to go to 88K by the end of the year.
Nobody fucking knows.
No, nobody fucking actually knows. But when you look at it in terms of long-term future, in 5 years, are you going to be happy that you bought Bitcoin? I believe so.
Yeah, 2 countries on board, only 198 more to go.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's just a matter of time. Time will catch up to the technology. One thing about technology is it always outpaces time, but time inevitably catches up to technology.
Yep.
We're just following that step right now. Crypto's finally getting the recognition by the government.
Yeah.
For like
institutional
they're just
investors
trying to get up to speed. The shit moves so fast.
Yeah, they can't fucking keep up, dude. They're all old. They can't fucking keep up. Oh, that's funny. Serum also is so what they are is they're a non-custodial DEX. Can you explain what a non-custodial DEX is for me?
It's not partnered with the non-custodial. If it's custodial, it's partnered with a major exchange. If it's non-custodial, it's not partnered with a major exchange.
Perfect. My personal crypto wiki. I don't even have to think. So the goal of what their goal is to drive global adoption of DeFi through the Solana blockchain. So I mean, hefty goal, but when you're the DeFi app or the DeFi protocol that everybody's building on, I mean, it's definitely possible in the sense of the Solana blockchain.
Solana, Ethereum, we had this talk earlier. Ethereum's outpaced. Solana has Ethereum beat with NFTs.
Yes.
But Ethereum has Solana beat with DeFi protocols and
so they got a little bit
apps.
of way to catch up.
Serum working on that, helping DeFi get bolstered on the Solana blockchain. I mean, that kind of leads me into my 2 favorite DeFi-ish protocols on Solana. If you don't mind, I can.
No, go ahead.
2 things that I like, I'll just throw those out there if you haven't heard of them, or maybe you can do some looking into. One of them is Mango Markets. It's kind of like if you look at it and want to get introduced to their interface, it's kind of reminded me of TradingView. It's like you can have real-time charting. It's good for traders because they have an order book, really intuitive order book. But they're also implementing perpetual futures where you can have a wide range, more than what like a central exchange would have, of a bunch of different protocols that you can trade in real time using their...
That's pretty cool.
Because what we talked about last week was Chainlink with their VWAP, real-time price data. Mango Markets is good for that because you get the order books that have the like most real time. If you notice on some central exchanges, the prices fluctuate. But Mango Markets and using something like that will give you the most real-time data.
Yeah.
For that.
Which is something that almost anybody can utilize.
So it's really good.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to find the best price, or if you think you're entering it at the best price, you want to enter there and check it before just market buying on a centralized exchange. The next one that I have makes a lot of noise online, and I've seen it quite a bit, is Drift Protocol. They're a pretty quickly growing community. I've been trying to keep track of their Twitter followers. I noticed like 2 months ago they were like under 10K. Now they're already almost up to 20K, I think.
So in 2 months it doubled. I mean, that's pretty good, I would say.
So they're a pretty fast growing community online. They tout that over any other, they have one of the widest selection. So I said Mango Markets, from what I looked at, they do have a nice selection to buy. Pretty much anything that I wanted to see I could find on there. But Drift Protocol touts that it has the widest selection.
So what does that really mean?
So I don't know. I don't know how many you want to buy to trade after how degen mode you want to go.
Just buy one of each.
If you're trying to look for Soul Poopy coin, you might be able to find it on Drift Protocol. It's a DeFi futures. Like I talked a bit about Jake earlier too, about just I like how Solana's pushing more towards like perpetual futures and options trading, different things. It's merging more of itself with traditional finance.
Yeah.
And I mean at some point crypto will be like traditional finance.
Yeah,
you look at how big the market cap of traditional finance is to crypto. If you have more things that can integrate like non-native traditional finance users, if it's similar, at some point it'll just mature and it'll be very intertwined with the two.
Yeah.
Like you said on your news, like synthetic tokenized assets, like synthetics. Like doing different things with tokenized assets will merge more crypto with traditional finance.
Exactly.
I don't know how those two will work.
I mean, we've even talked about Luna before, and Luna is already doing shit in real estate for in real life, like tokenization.
Yeah, you can't. Nobody's like Robinhood where they halted like AMC, GME. When you have synthetic tokens,
there's no way you can do that.
No, this is. Yeah, there's no market makers, there's no like hedge, there's none of that bullshit involved because it's all on chain. Everything that people are buying and selling, there's no Nancy Pelosi is gonna be able to like insider trade and shit because you could pull up her Etherscan or her SoulScan and you can
see
say,
what the fuck she's doing.
This motherfucker's buying 60,000 shares of synthetic Twitter shares, you know? So it makes it more open source, and like that's a win for small retail traders and everybody. So that's really my take on it, and that's what I have to say.
Well, you know me, I like your takes. Moving to the NFT marketplaces. So there's a lot of NFT marketplaces on the Solana blockchain. Mine that I started with were like Holoplex and Form Function and Exchange Art. All of those specifically are okay. Actually, Exchange Art I don't believe is part of the Solana ecosystem, but the other two are. So when it comes to that, they're all like one-to-one NFT marketplaces, so they don't do anything like with major drops or major mints. That's pretty strictly centered around Magic Eden right now.
Soulport.
Yeah, Soulport does it too.
On this? They're trying to make it like more fair, like in a minting process.
They are.
$0 goes to like paid affiliates and like paid, I don't know, like influencer. I don't know, like buy your way into mint lists and shit.
You're right. Basically. They are trying to make it more friendly for those types of users. But Magic Eden is like 95. This number could be wrong, but the last time I looked, it was like 95% of the NFT transactional volume in the space as a whole. And like that's with a whole bunch. There's a bunch of other ones that do like drops and collections rather than one-to-one art. Like even just like Solana art, which is something that I actually minted on before Magic Eden in November when I was buying NFTs of last year. But like their website hasn't been updated a single time since then, and honestly, it looks kind of like shit.
I know their placed floors are
it's
compared to
super
Magic
weird.
Eden, it stays way more real time.
Mm-hmm. You can find some gems on there though. They have the one thing I will say about Solana art is that they have a big old fucking list, and you just scroll and you can click on anything that you want, and then it takes you directly to them, and you can just keep scrolling.
So if you're looking for collections you could use Solana art.
Yeah, like if you're looking for like low cap, I wouldn't call them blue chip, but like low cap things that, like for example, that's where I minted my Cyber Samurai. So like Cyber Samurai, the floor for that right now is 10 Sol. And like I minted that there. I minted my Xeno on there. Both of them are some of my favorite pieces that I own, and it was because I just like went on Solana in November and just like picked out, like I literally didn't even know anything about them. I just picked out the things that I liked.
So you like Cyber Samurai and Xeno?
Yeah, Cyber
Xenom?
Samurai, yeah, Xeno or Xenom are probably my two that I minted, that two of my favorites, if not my favorites that I minted back then.
Xenom does like pixelated characters, right?
Yeah, pixelated characters, and he does stuff with like ROMs where he does like music, like overlaid on top of like animated pixel art. He does like flat banners. I think his banner sale just ended this week. His last like collection of banners sold. He's part of Mortuary Incorporated. I think I've said that in past podcasts before, but
Aren't they on Near?
They might be, honestly.
It was funny because I was looking on Paras.
Yeah.
That's Near's big exchange for NFTs, and I saw they're like graveyards.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on Near.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so that's, I did not know that. I'm not even, I mean, I didn't even know that.
They sell for a shit
ton. Oh no,
of
I know they do. Yeah. And they, on Solana, so they'll use their native Ash token, ASH, and that's what a lot of their, I would say, their affiliates, I don't really call them like partners because I don't know like the logistics behind of like what kind of partnerships they have, but their affiliates, a lot of their auctions are in Ash. So like you have to swap Ash, and you can swap that on like Secret, which is on the Cosmos. Is that the Cosmos ecosystem, right?
Secret Network?
Yeah, you can swap that, like that's whatever you have. Too. Yeah, you can swap whatever you have to swap for Ash, and then you have the Ash in your bag, so you can fucking bid on the stuff.
Ash is in the bag.
Yeah, Ash is in the bag. But then like, so I own a Xeno, and then Cyber Samurai is also a pixel art that I purchased because I just love pixel art, so that's what I started with, and I bought it for like 0.6 Sol, and the floor for that is like 10 Sol. I don't have a rare one. It's in like the 2000s, which kind of sucks, but also it looks like Keanu Reeves. So personally, I think it's badass, and that's fine.
Cyber Samurai.
Yeah. Fun fact about Cyber Samurai.
Kind of reminds me of Saigo Monkey.
Yeah. That's why I like Saigo Monkeys.
Saigo Monkey, if you're listening, partner maybe with Cyber Samurai.
Dude, that'd be pretty cool. And one thing about Saigo Monkeys is that I don't have any alpha on like the future for them, but in terms of like what they might do with their PFPs or their NFTs, but for Cyber Samurai, you never know, they could follow suit. And Cyber Samurai is actually upgrading. So they spent over 6 months, the artists that worked on it, they spent over 6 months hand drawing each NFT that they minted that was a pixel into a high res version. And then they're burning the pixel versions and then giving the holders the high-res versions.
I love that, though, when then people take more, like, passion in the art, and you can tell that in the project.
Yeah.
So.
Their PFP on Twitter is the high-res version, and it's, like, of one of them. And
yeah,
it's fucking
the
dope.
Gen 2 Cyber Samurais are sexy.
That shit's nasty, dude. Like, I could easily see Cyber Samurais going to, like, an 80 Sol floor.
At the shit that current, hell yeah. I mean, there's no reason why I couldn't.
Yeah, like just imagine when they burn, dude. That they're already at 10 Sol, like, and it just slowly is going up. Because they was at 10 Sol when I looked at it yesterday. I'm gonna do a real time check here. The floor price for a Cyber Samurai right now, Gen 1. Oh, it went down. It's 9.4. I got fucked.
Hey, that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Pretty close.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
It's
I
like
mean,
an $80 difference.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I think it could easily be like plus 50. Easily plus 50 into the 80 range when it fucking burns into Gen 2, because the Gen 2s are literally sick. They're also doing their own comic book, which I think is amazing.
That is.
I think that's really cool.
I'll just briefly plug Aleph.im. Our last podcast, if you want to check it out, was all about infrastructure. So we dig deep in all infrastructure on all blockchains. But Aleph.im, we talked about Solport and how they have indexing. Well, like the infrastructure. I couldn't find any info on what they're gonna use for like data in their indexing. But I'm curious if Aleph.im is gonna be working in the background, because they index and use data for transactions between Ethereum and Solana. We saw Bears go to OpenSea. Aleph.im can index a lot of that storage and transaction data. So if you're bullish on NFTs, an infrastructure play long term, you could look at Aleph.im.
Big sad, both of us tried to get Bears, and all of our transactions failed because it was botted as fuck. So
I clicked that in 0.1 second.
Yeah, same.
Click my finger. I almost had a cramp in my finger.
I clicked it 12 times and it told me all my transactions failed as I slowly watched the fucking bar dwindle to 10,000. So that blows, because the floor price for that's like 40. Fun fact though, on Magic Eden, the floor price is like 15 sol less than the floor price on OpenSea. So the people listing it on OpenSea are taking advantage of those ETH fuckers, and they're like, all right, let's just list this for more.
Relist it.
Yeah, seriously, it's like 15 sol more on OpenSea, which is crazy.
Buy on Magic, sell on Open.
Yep. Repeat. Look at that. Repeat, dude. Flip on different
Price
fucking shit.
NFTs. That's why you need mango markets of the NFT world. I'm sure that's going to be a thing. I just thought of that idea.
Yeah. Where you flip on different...
Like a DEX for real-time price with NFTs. I mean, they have... I don't know what the app is, but I see people like... You could put 2 NFTs and you could trade for 1.
I wonder if that's what Botheads is going to be able to do. Remember I mentioned that? Where you're going to be able to put... Oh, maybe I didn't mention that. You're going to be able to... it's going to be able to post the exact prices of whatever NFTs you're looking at from Magic Eden directly onto your Discord.
Cross-chain metaverse retail store where you go in there.
Yeah.
And you just pull up a menu, and you can trade the real-time price of the
just
current
like stocks.
market. Yeah.
And it's easy. That's
Mind
wild.
blown.
Mind blown.
Mind fucking blown.
Dude, that's wild. I can't even imagine the type of utility that has, dude. There's going to be people out there that are literally going to be categorized as, like, instead of a stock trader, they're just going to be NFT traders, and it's going to be, like, a real fucking job.
You know how people, I don't know if you've seen those memes where, like, buy his look, and it has, like, Gucci shirt, 1200, shorts, whatever. You'd be able to see, like, the real-time price of, like, of digital clothing and shit.
Yeah. Huh. You could do that for real estate, too.
Real estate housing, you walk by markets, and, like, it just pulls up the real-time market data.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, realtors. No need.
Yeah, you don't even fucking need you guys anymore. Holy fuck. And you're into real estate too. You're gonna be the flagship of when you start selling houses. You're gonna start getting people to buy in Bitcoin. You're gonna
collateralize their Bitcoin for their mortgage.
Yeah.
No, I do want to get into real estate and be one of the first people in my area that integrate crypto and real estate. Not really doing it much. I mean,
we talked about that in podcast 9.
It's gonna be
real estate under the radar.
Check out podcast 9. I mean, it's a good one.
It is, dude. We talk about a couple things, including porn, which is fantastic. Porn crypto.
That was one of my favorite podcasts, honestly.
Yeah, it was funny.
I didn't talk about soul rarity. Well, you
did. You talked about soul rarity. No, you didn't. Never mind.
No, soul rarity is just. Have you checked it out?
Yeah, I've used it.
Yeah, but they're coming out with a ton of new features in the future.
That I didn't know.
You have a real-time price sniper.
Perfect.
Like how we were just talking about that. Whitelist sniper. Rarity tools, DAO tools, and an aggregator, which off the top of my head, not sure what that exactly entails.
But
the real-time sniper's cool because you could browse all the exchanges and who offers the best price without having to skim. Because there's so many exchanges that, I mean, we've mentioned like 6 of them already.
Yeah.
I mean, takes all that overhead and you can just buy quickly and sell maybe on a different one if you're looking to like flip. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, flipping NFTs is already a thing, and as institutional as well as retail adoption continues, like it's gonna stick around. It's gonna continue when it comes to. Sorry, should I lean forward? Was I leaning back too far? It's gonna continue to grow because as a whole, even if Solana gets bigger, even if Ethereum continues to grow with NFTs, there's other NFT marketplaces that are going to be able to be, I mean, just when it boils down to it, taken advantage of for flipping purposes.
That, just a matter of time before they have the full exchange where they have all cross-chain, everything all at one, and you'll be able just to, like, use
swap over
native stablecoin.
Yeah.
And
just
instead
fucking
of
buy
having it without having to swap, you can just buy it. UST is integratable with multiple different things. You know,
Cosmos NFT Hub. That's what it's going to be called. Cosmos NFT Hub.
Cosmos SDK exchange.
Yeah.
IBC all enabled stable coins, so you could just plug your stable coin through Cosmos and be able
That's
to
going to
buy.
be interesting too in the battle between like decentralized, almost like NFT marketplaces versus like what I call like the retail ones, like Coinbase, Nifty Gateway, which is Gemini. You talk about Crypto.com has their own NFT marketplace. FTX has their own NFT marketplace. They're either gonna have to like cross-chain that shit like themselves, or nobody's gonna use them, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's just if you want to survive, you're gonna have to do that.
Yeah.
Because last year the big talk was, are we going to see? Do you envision like a cross-chain world? And people were, you know, I don't know, but how the bridging capabilities and all of this is going right now, and how fast the technology is going, cross-chain future is inevitable.
Well, of course it is.
It's already at our doorstep. Like, in order to have real mass adoption, you have to have cross-chain.
People are too lazy to do all the fucking wallet exchanging and transferring and all that shit.
That's why if you're savvy in the crypto space now, though, there's a lot of opportunity out there.
So much opportunity right now, but it's not gonna explode to the point where there's mass adoption, like you said, until it's easy. People are lazy, man. They want shit to be easy. That's why NFTs are fun. Because if you're not stupid, they're easy.
It's just brain dead
monkey. Yeah, you just buy some Saigo monkeys and you win the game.
Well, that's all I got for you.
Yeah, that's really all I got too. Do you want to end it?
Yeah, I can end it. Thanks for listening to episode number 11 of the Testing the Space podcast. I'm Jake.
And I'm Jake.
And have a wonderful evening.
See you later.